It all started on an ordinary Tuesday morning, the kind of day where nothing feels different until everything changes. I had just sent my 2 kids off to school and was making myself a cup of coffee when my husband Mark called me from work. His voice sounded normal, casual, even loving. He said he might be home late because of meetings. I didn't think much of it. For years, Mark had been the steady rock of our family, the dependable one, the kind of man everyone envied. Or at least, that's what I believed. But sometimes, the universe drops little hints. That day, after his call, I received a strange email notification on our shared laptop. It was a flight confirmation, round trip to Dallas. But here's the thing, Mark had told me he was flying to Chicago for work. My stomach tightened. I stared at the screen, reading the passenger details over and over. His name, his credit card, his trip, but not the city he told me about. The seed of doubt was planted. I tried to brush it off. Maybe it was a company error. Maybe he just hadn't mentioned the Dallas part. But deep inside, something told me there was more. That evening, when he came home, I watched him carefully. He kissed me on the cheek, asked about dinner, and acted perfectly normal. But now every smile looked rehearsed. Every word sounded calculated. Weeks went by, and the inconsistencies piled up. Receipts in his pockets from restaurants I'd never heard of. Hotel rewards emails sent to his phone. Long weekends away with excuses that never quite added up. I started to keep a journal of everything. Dates, receipts, lies, my own private investigation. Then came the night everything unraveled. He said he had a conference in Dallas. Instead of arguing, I decided to follow. I booked my own ticket, 2 rows behind him, without telling him. My hands were trembling the whole time, but I needed answers. When we landed, I followed him through the terminal, my heart racing, and then I saw her, a woman, waiting for him with 2 kids. The way they ran into his arms told me everything. This wasn't a business partner. This wasn't a casual friend. This was a family, his second family. I froze. My vision blurred. It felt like the air had been sucked out of my lungs. He kissed the woman like he kissed me. He hugged the children with the same warmth he gave ours. And at that moment, I realized the life I thought I knew was a carefully constructed lie. I didn't confront him right away. I returned home first, broken, shattered, but determined. Over the next week, I gathered every piece of evidence, bank records, phone bills, hidden photos I found on a USB drive in his office. He had been living a double life for nearly 5 years. 5 years of lies, of dinners with co-workers, of birthdays he missed because he was celebrating with them instead. Finally, I confronted him. I laid everything out on the kitchen table, the receipts, the photos, the flight confirmations. His face went pale. For once, the mask slipped. He didn't deny it. He didn't even try. He simply sat down, buried his head in his hands, and whispered, "I never wanted to hurt you." But it was too late. The damage was already done. I can't describe the storm of emotions that followed. Rage, heartbreak, betrayal, grief. My kids, innocent in all this, asking why their father wasn't home. The endless nights of crying, the shame of wondering how I didn't see it sooner. But slowly, piece by piece, I rebuilt myself. I filed for divorce. I sought therapy. I surrounded myself with friends who reminded me of my worth. And here's the thing, I'm not telling this story for pity. I'm telling it because betrayal has a way of breaking you down, but also of forcing you to rise stronger. I lost the man I thought I knew, but I found the woman I really am, a woman who refuses to be defined by his lies. Today, I stand on my own. And if you're listening, if you've ever doubted your intuition, let me say this. Trust it. Those little cracks in the story, those tiny red flags, they mean something. I ignored them for years, and it nearly destroyed me. But in the end, truth always finds its way out. This is my confession. My husband had another family, but I have myself, and that's enough.